Now joining me in studio to discuss SUNY Broome's ACF Culinary Competition and CEC Open House, Chair and Professor of the Hospitality Programs Department, Maria Mantamagno. How you doing today?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
You too.
So tell me a little bit about this open house and competition.
So we started last year we wanted to have an ACF competition, so it's an American Culinary Federation competition. And I thought, why don't we open it to the public for an open house so people can see the building, see what programs we have, all while being able to witness this competition going on. So it's kind of a two-for-one, a lot of moving parts, but it's just a lot of fun info for people that want to stop by.
And tell me a little bit about your programs, because I know you have the downtown location, so I know stuff is there. Tell me about the whole department a little bit.
Yeah, so we have the Hospitality Programs Department. So we have 3 degrees. We have Culinary Arts, Event and Sports Entertainment Management, and Hospitality Management. And we are in the new Culinary and Event Center downtown. We have been open for a couple years, but people still have not been in it yet. And so we like to offer it every semester for people to stop by, whether it's prospective students, families to come by to see what their kids have been doing and what their students have been doing. And then it's also rentable space. So some people will come in, we've got a main event space and like the first floor that people actually rent it out for weddings or corporate parties or holiday parties. So it's kind of a great space that we get to teach in, but it's also available for the community to use also.
I know, I have never been there, so you'll have to invite me down to look at it.
Absolutely,
I've never seen it in there. And so I remember back a few months ago, we did stories on Julia and Imani doing competitions. So tell me, was that kind of this or like a stepping stone? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so it's a stepping stone. So those two competed in this competition first, just to kind of get the feel for competition, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of being on your feet. You have to have the passion to do these kind of competitions, because like I said, it's a lot of practice. So they competed at this one that we had last year, and they did such a great job that they loved it. So we were like, okay, so then the next step is a regional competition. And so they went to, and we were grateful that it was in Buffalo last year. So we took them to the Northeast region regionals, and you have to win first at that to move on to nationals. And Julia got first and Imani got second. So it was really cool. And so once Julia won, we then took her to Arizona for nationals. And that was over the summer, and that was a great job. And she got a silver at it, and she came in second. So we were very proud of her. Yeah. And she turned 20 while we were on the trip. So brand new to the industry as far as cooking goes, so she did a great job.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so you have this competition going on with the open house. Other than just the culinary aspect, how does that wrap in with hospitality as well?
So it's really cool. So we're at our event and sports entertainment degree. They have different classes, like a design class and a floral class that they have to do. And the actual floral class is creating arrangements, and we're going to actually have a competition for that as well.
Oh, awesome.
So we'll have the floral pieces out, so people that come by can vote on it. So we kind of incorporate that. And then it's really, we also are going to have our hospitality club there too. So it gives people more of an inside look of what else we do besides just the classes. And so and it's a lot of students are volunteering to be there to offer up information on the programs, what we do, and we're also giving tours of the building that day.
Okay, awesome. And we talked a little bit about Julia and Imani, but how do you think that your programs kind of give people that future opportunities, starting smaller but being able to go bigger? Yeah,
so when we do these competitions, when we took them to regionals, there will be job opportunities right there on the spot. Other chefs will be there, other people in the industry will be there, and we'll see the potential of what's going on. When we actually, this is the second year we've taken a student to nationals. We took Justin the year before, and at those competitions, they were offered jobs right on the spot. So it was really, really neat. But it just gives them that extra element and an additional layer on top of their education. So competitions is a different world, and you learn a lot of different skill set because you're getting critiqued by master chefs, like certified master chefs or certified master pastry chefs, and the knowledge from them is just incredible.
Yeah, I saw like you have a lot of passionate students in these programs. I saw on your website that they put over 100 hours of time outside the classroom to be able to do this, so I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you too, what kind of classes do you teach? Because I know you're on last time, but I never asked you that.
So I'm more from the house. Events are my world.
Okay.
I love events.
Okay.
So if I have enough time to teach all of them, I get to do like the wedding class. We have a wedding planning and consulting class. We have fundamentals of event management, interior design for special events, principles of floral design, and then we have a meetings, trade shows, and expos course, in addition to like all the other hospitalities, but those are my babies.
Events is a lot. I almost went into events, but I was like, whoa, yeah, it's a lot.
It's a
so
lot.
Good for you.
It's a very high stress job.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
Every job has its stress, and that's the stress that I enjoy.
Yeah, and you know, one last question too I wanted to ask is, with you and the whole department, how do you kind of ensure that students are going to take the right path on all of the different events and different departments that you do have in programs?
So we try to match it with their personality. We try to introduce a bunch of different things for them to try, because you may try floral and you may not like it, and that's awesome because then you can move on to something else. So we try to get them involved in all different aspects, and we try to bring in community members. So for today, we actually brought in an alumni of ours that actually just purchased the orchard at Shenango Commons, and she has a decorating business, so she came in and did a whole balloon lesson with them today, and we had one student that was like, oh, this is for me.
This is my jam.
So it was really neat to see, because she's had the opportunity to do a bunch of different things. So when Katie came in and did a bunch of the balloon stuff with us, that was a whole nother avenue that they didn't know existed, and she was like, oh, this is my thing. So we just tried to bring in a lot of community members. We do a lot with BU Sodexo, the BU Dining. We partner with them a lot. They bring chefs. They'll do demos with us. We tour them at their facilities, because Sodexo is a crazy, awesome company. And then we also partner with other companies like Levy, which allowed us to go to the Kentucky Derby. So we took about 8 students to the Kentucky Derby. So we kind of partner with a lot of community. We do a lot with the local community also, just to give students different experiences to see what they like and what they don't, because you won't know until you actually try it.
One thing I will say too is SUNY Broome has grown so much over the past like 10, 15 years. I love seeing you guys, you know, blossom. But thank you so much for coming on
thank you so much for having me.
Yes, anytime. Come on at any time. For those of you who might have missed those details, the SUNY Broome Hospitality Programs Department is hosting the ACF Culinary Competition and CEC Open House on Saturday, November 23rd at the Culinary and Event Center. The event will feature a culinary competition and offer an opportunity to explore the center and learn more about SUNY Broome's hospitality programs. For more information, you can visit sunybroome.edu.